what's today? Today is September 12th. And I'm back here with Joey Caputo from the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food. Remind us again what we're doing today.
So we are doing the second sampling of the National Honeybee Survey longitudinal survey. And so we took some samples here in spring.
First part of June?
I think so. Yeah, maybe it was
first part of June.
That sounds about right. And we took some adult bees, we took some larvae, and we took some wax. And they're going to be doing a whole panel of testing on that. I don't know that you've gotten your results back on that yet.
I haven't seen any results yet.
Yeah, no results yet. But the second sampling, the idea is trying to figure out what changed during the season.
Okay.
You know, did we see a spike in the viral load? Did any new sort of diseases pop up? How about pesticides? Did you get any pesticide exposure during this season?
Great.
And this is part of a whole national program, and they use this data to get an idea of what's going on with hives all across America.
Great. Okay. So we're going to do the same samples.
Same samples, yep.
So wax, larvae, and bees.
Yep.
All right.
And then when you get the result, when the results are done, you'll get a report, and it'll be, I'm sure, interesting to you. But then it's interesting to these scientists that are trying to make improvements in, colony health and improving winter loss and things of that matter.
And I like doing it because I get that report back. I see things that I would never see otherwise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So for me as a beekeeper, I think it's great.
Most people find that, and I'll tell you, if you do this longitudinal survey, you're getting about, I would say, $1,000 to $1,500 worth of testing services.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, because especially with the pesticides, that's very expensive testing to do.
That's hard. That's not easy to do. So.
Yeah.
So great. We'll get started. We got a windy day, but it's nice and clear.
It is.
It's a little bit hazy around here. I don't know where the smoke's coming from, but we'll just deal with it.
We will.
Hopefully, I think I've kept pretty much the same hives out here. I've got a few extra that I didn't have out here before. So if we're not sampling the exact same hives, there's plenty out there to sample from.
To pull from. That's great.
So we shouldn't have any problem with that.
Great.
You're gonna get your cord cut.
Yes. Now some of them are going to fly off, and those are kind of the older forager bees. But we're going to have a whole bunch that stay down, and they're the nurse bees. They're the ones that take care of the babies.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give a little nudge like that. I'm trying to get as many off as I can. Because in order to get the babies off, we have to do what's called a brood bump.
Okay.
And so, there you go. Oops. So we're going to go. So see how the little babies came out? We don't want any of the adults. Okay, and then we're going to take our hive tool. Let's see, we're going to get some wax here. The wax is what we test for the pesticides.
Okay.
I'm just going to...
It's amazing that they can build that so quickly.
Oh, I know. Isn't that something? So, and let's see if we can give that to Glade whenever he's ready. And let's see. And we're going to put our wax in here. And we're going to...
I don't see her. She should be marked, so... But they do rub off a little bit, so...
Yeah.
I don't see her. I think you're good.
It's always good to double check, right? I got that one, but what I'll do is I'm going to scoop these ones in here, and you're going to kind of have to... You'll have to just kind of tap them down. Perfect. That's great. And then we come to our paperwork. We didn't see any of these diseases. So the brood all looked good. The bees, we didn't find any deformed wings or black shiny bees.
Okay.
We didn't find any of these pests.
Okay.
But we were queen right. And I should have showed you the eggs. I'll have to show you the eggs. That's how we know we're queen right. Or if we see the egg, or if we see the queen itself. So we just make a check box. 1 down, 7 to go. Yeah, we're gonna do 7 more, just like that.
Ready? Put this.
Do you see her in there?
I don't see her.
All right.
So here's your scoop.
Oh, thank
Or
you.
a scoop.
Hello, guys.
All right, the rest of them. Yeah, and then. I know, right? And then don't forget our paperwork. Because this is broken. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour all these little babies in here. And I gotta go get the water jug so we can wash the rest of them in there. There we go. Okay. You can just put that down and wrap them up in a little. Wrap them up in their little blanket, and then we've got a jar we put them in. Yeah, there we go. That's. Put that on there. And all of our larvae go into this.
So it's
jar.
intriguing. The bees that are on the screen, it's almost like they're trying to help their friends escape.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're helping escape, but I think they're just aggregating, you know.
Yeah.
They can smell each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when the younger bees get pushed out of the hive like this and, kind of dumped on the ground, they're a little disoriented.
Yes.
They haven't taken orientation flights yet, so they're not quite sure where home's at. And they will eventually, as we take the rest of these away, they'll find their way back. And because they're a young bee, even if they don't get back to their original hive, the other hives will probably let them in.
We'll adopt them.
Yeah.
There we go, some coming out the top here. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. All right, that's all, folks.
All right.
So, put everything in the bags, and yeah, we're gonna put all this equipment in the orange bag, and because we'll have to sterilize it for the next time we use it, and that on there, and
So we've got all our live bees here.
yeah, live bees there.
Live bees in this box, and a few on the outside.
It's our bees without an alcohol, our wax sample, and then our babies.
And larvae. So we'll get test results back on all this.
And it'll be interesting to see what happened between last time we were here and what happened and now.
All right. Well, I thank you, Joey.
Thank you, Glade. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. I like to think everybody gets something out of it, but it's such important research they're doing. I mean, you look at like all the big studies they've done, over the past, 2 decades, and a lot of the data they're drawing from is this,
is coming from this kind of.
It is. And so, and especially like, the pesticide data, what pesticides are in hives and that sort of thing, and what's going on with viruses. I mean, they've detected new viruses in this survey,
Really?
which is really interesting.
Really?
And so, yeah, I think it's a really important thing they're doing. So, but it wouldn't work unless we had people like you participating. So,
Well, I'm happy to do it. Like I say, I think I get more out of it than...
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's what I hope. I hope is the case. The only thing I would like is just got the results back faster.
Yeah.
I tell people you can't make management decisions based on it. I have people call and they're like,
No.
"So what was the mite count on that?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're not gonna get you're just gonna have to do some alcohol washes.
You gotta do those yourself.
Yeah, because by the time you get that, it's gonna be old news, So, all right, I think we're ready to go.
So we just finished up with Joey Caputo from the state, and he's got his second sample for the National Honeybee Survey, and he's got all the bees sample he needs. Again, they sampled wax and larvae and bees, and we should get a pesticide analysis, and they'll also do some viral analysis and things. So it'll be good to get the survey results back. Not sure when they're going to come back. It usually takes longer than we'd like, but that's okay. I'm happy to have them come and sample. I think these kind of surveys are important for beekeepers to do across the nation. It's the only way we're ever going to find out what's really going on in some of these beehives, and hopefully get a handle on what we need to be doing as beekeepers better. And just glad to have them come. So as soon as I get survey results back, I'll let you know how those go.